One of the other things that I think you're focusing on is, and this is something the left seems to not care about, is you want people to trust their elections again, right?
Absolutely.
And these vote processing centers, I think, has been a failed experiment. I would love to go back to precinct by precinct voting. I mean, you're all about trust, right? You're about integrity. That's all that this is about. And Adrian Fontes, everything that he's pushing forward, you go to his website, would only make people trust elections less. He's a very aggressive, hyper partisan person where he wants to have more of this kind of confusion around the structure of how we do voting. Talk about voting processing centers. And we just have to admit, this has been a failed experiment, and let's try something else.
So here's the fallacy of the voting processing center. You know, they want to hold that up, and I would even say the county supervisors have a hand in this. They want to hold that up as it's more convenient. Okay, well, no, not really. It's more convenient for particularly the elderly in many of the areas in Phoenix. It'd be more convenient for them to go to a local polling place that is in their precinct. There's a novel idea. Gosh, that was like 10, 15, 20 years ago. Now, all of a sudden, we have voting processing centers that are allegedly more convenient. Well, more convenient for whom? The government. Okay, so elections belong to the people. They don't belong to the government. Let's get back to, I don't know, here's a novel idea, customer service.
Yeah, seriously, that's exactly right.
21 years a DPS officer, that is people don't think about it this way, but that is a customer service job. As a law enforcement officer, most of the time, you are meeting people on the worst day of their life. They're hoping that there is somebody behind that badge that cares about them, that is there to help them, that is there to marshal resources.
And Mark, you know, not to interrupt, but like, look at what's happened. They ran out of Republican ballots in Pinal. Yeah. Is it Pinal or Pima?
Pinal County.
Yeah, so in Pinal, which is a red county, if I'm not mistaken, I'm still learning my counties here in Arizona because I'm new here. That's not acceptable, right? I mean, you can't put up with that.
And that's poor customer service.
That's exactly right. Yes.
They knew going in that they didn't have enough ballots. Now, here's something that compounded the problem. We have a record number of people who have abandoned the idea of mail-in ballots, and they are going to the polls. We are seeing an organic shift in behavior. And that goes back to your original question, Charlie. When you have a voting center that doesn't open on time and turns people away, 62 of them under Adrian Fontes, when he was in charge of the Maricopa County election, they didn't open on time. And that disenfranchised voters because they were turned away and couldn't come back. They had to go to work.